Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a favour. Number 1, like the video. Also comments, let me know your thoughts on the case. 36-year-old Ascot Allen, who's better known as UK rapper Asco, rise in the UK music scene was astronomical. The East London rapper was drafted into the London Fields collective MashTown by Hypo, who was the main person that would reach out to other rappers, and ultimately he ended up being fatally stabbed at a Jubilee party by a security guard and rapper Bigger. Now MashTown also consisted of rappers like Spades, Tricky and Margs, amongst others. According to Asco, he was a big fan of Margs beforehand and MashTown way before he joined, as they all lived in the same area. Now Asco's peers would constantly make the joke that Asco was a part-time rapper. From 2008 he would drop a few songs on SoundCloud but not make accompanying videos, and then he would just be spotted around East London, quote-unquote trapping, for items like designer gear and jewellery. Just like Hypo, Asco wanted to be lit. It wasn't until 2018 that Asco decided to change his occupation from a trapper into a rapper. His Straight Drop series was in part thanks to Posty of GRM. The series would consist of 4 music videos, before Asco would be jailed for 12.5 years. The Straight Drop series showcased Asco's hit-making ability, such as Suave, Appetite for luxury brands, and what would happen if anyone tried to stop his hustle. Straight Drop 3 by many people was considered the best song of 2018. Now Asco was also considered a quote-unquote litty rapper, and him, by his own admission, says that's the way he came into the game. Designer clothes, diamonds jewellery, and his raps showed that the London Fields rapper was in the music industry for money strictly. On his Not For The Radio interview, Asco talked about losing £50,000 worth of jewellery while out in Dubai, mentioning the fact that he was able to buy a new diamond AP watch and also a diamond Mulligan pendant within the space of 30 days was considered monumental. The fact that Asco could not say what happened to his jewellery further cemented that Asco was a money man. However, this was a red flag to the police. Police say that Asco, real name Ascot Allen, who resided in Reading, was the owner of at least 4 county lines, including the Bobby line, that distributed coke and H through various routes that started in Hackney and were East London and would end up in Colchester, Essex. The Met Specialist Crime North Unit had investigated Asco escapades as part of Operation Halmist. As part of the investigation, CCTV, surveillance, and also witness statements and tips would be used in order to capture Asco and associates. Police say that Asco also recruited lower-level gang members to send out thousands of bulk messages to users. Messages would advertise gear for £10, that's H and coke, and police say that Asco was making 100% profit on each sale, which equated to roughly £1,500 a day. On December 12th of 2017, 15 homes were raided in London and the surrounding area, including Asco's home. In the raid, £25,000 in cash was recovered. 3 cars were recovered, which included a BMW, and approximately half a kilo of H was also recovered, as well as designer clothes, designer trainers, and of course diamond jewellery and watches. Asco was arrested and then remanded in custody. Now police continued to build a case against Asco. Now police then raided Asco's girlfriend's house, where they recovered a further £12,000. They maintained that Asco had signed a major record deal with Warner Brothers that could have been worth upwards of £1 million. When Asco began to make legit music money, he stopped his day-to-day involvement with the gear line. That was his bread and butter. From September 2017 to the fall, and that was December 8, 2018. Now Asco broke away from the county lines and handed control over to his pals, Akwasi Kweteng. Now because the gear continued to be sold, Asco would still be given a share of the profits, even though he didn't have the day-to-day involvement. Now police say this was how Asco was able to replace the jewellery worth thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds in a span of 30 days. The financial interest and profit was thanks to the Bobby line and his 3 other lines that were very profitable. Now of course, Asco was ultimately jailed for 12.5 years for the dealing offences, but now, as we head into 2024, he's due to be released this year, God willing. Stay safe.